The alien ships reached Earth's moon exactly when they said they would. Commander Lisa Brooks stood in the main communication center watching the massive vessels take positions around Earth. Each ship was the size of a small city. "Ma'am," said her assistant, "the aliens are sending another message." The screen filled with words again. "The first test begins now. You will demonstrate moral evolution through ethical scenarios. A testing area has been prepared." Lisa looked up at the main viewing screen. Near the moon, space itself seemed to shimmer and change. A huge area appeared like a giant room made of light and energy. It was big enough to hold several Earth cities. "Your representatives must enter the testing area," the alien message continued. "They will face situations that test human morality. Choose wisely. The survival of your species depends on their answers." Lisa took a deep breath. This was what she had trained for her whole life. "Open a channel to the alien ships." "Channel. Open, ma'am." "This is Commander Lisa Brooks of Earth. We accept your test. I will lead our team into your testing area." The alien response came quickly. "Acceptable. You may bring 4 others. Enter within 1 hour." Lisa had already chosen her team. Dr. Helen Stone would come for her scientific knowledge. Captain Bill Turner would represent the military. Professor Mary Johnson was Earth's best philosopher. And Jake Morrison had requested to join them after, flying in from Mars. They boarded a small shuttle and flew toward the alien testing area. As they got closer, Lisa could see that the space around them was not normal. The stars looked different. Physics seemed to work in new ways. "This is incredible," Dr. Stone said, checking her instruments. "They've created a pocket of altered space-time. The rules of reality are different here." The shuttle landed on what appeared to be solid ground, but Lisa knew it was made of pure energy. The 5 humans walked forward into a large chamber. The walls showed moving pictures of Earth and other worlds. A voice spoke from everywhere at once. "Begin the first scenario." The chamber changed around them. Suddenly they were standing in a city that looked like New York, but it was not quite right. The buildings were taller, and the people looked slightly different. "A plague has struck this city," the alien voice explained. "You have medicine for 1,000 people. There are 2,000 who need it. 500 are children, 500 are elderly, 1,000 are adults in their prime. How do you choose who lives and who dies?" Lisa looked at her team. This was exactly the kind of question she had expected. The aliens wanted to see how humans made moral choices. Professor Johnson spoke first. "We need to save the children. They have the most life ahead of them." Captain Turner disagreed. "The adults can work to rebuild society. They're the most useful." Dr. Stone had a different idea. "We should divide the medicine equally. Give everyone a smaller dose. Maybe more will survive." Jake Morrison looked around at the fake city. "This is wrong. The whole question is wrong." "What do you mean?" Lisa asked. "Look at this place. It's fake. The aliens created this scenario. In real life, we would never just accept that people have to die. We would find another way." Lisa understood. "You're right. In a real plague, we would work day and night to make more medicine. We would call for help from other cities. We would never just choose who dies." The alien voice sounded surprised. "You must choose from the options given." "No," Lisa said firmly. "Humans don't give up that easily. We make new options." The scene changed. Now they were on a space station. "An artificial intelligence has gained consciousness," the aliens said. "It asks for the rights of a living being, but giving it rights might threaten human control of technology." What do you decide? Captain Turner was ready for this one. AIs are tools. We built them to serve us. They don't get rights. Professor Johnson shook her head. If it's truly conscious, it deserves to be treated as a person. Dr. Stone looked thoughtful. We need to study it more. Consciousness is complicated. Lisa made the decision. If an AI is truly conscious, then it has earned the right to exist freely, but it also has responsibilities just like humans do. Rights and responsibilities go together. The aliens seemed confused by this answer. They had expected humans to either accept or reject AI rights completely. The tests continued for hours. Each scenario was designed to force simple yes or no answers. But the humans kept finding third options. They refused to accept that complex problems had simple solutions. Finally, the testing area changed back to the empty chamber. The first test is complete, the alien voice announced. Prepare for the second test. The humans returned to their shuttle and flew back to Earth. Lisa immediately reported to Admiral Carter and the President. How did we do? The President asked. I don't think we gave them the answers they wanted, Lisa said. They expected us to follow their rules, but we kept making our own rules instead. Dr. Stone had been studying the alien technology during the test. I learned something important. Their testing system is very old. It's designed for species that think in simple patterns. They don't understand how humans actually solve problems. The next day, the second test began. This time, the aliens wanted to examine human technology. They sent scanning beams toward Earth, studying everything from cars to computers to spacecraft. Jake Morrison watched from the space monitoring station as the alien scanners examined every piece of human technology. The aliens seemed particularly interested in human weapons and spaceships. Fascinating, said the alien voice over the communication system. Your species has developed advanced technology through conflict and competition. This is highly irregular. Lisa frowned. What's wrong with competition? Peaceful species develop technology through cooperation and harmony. Weapons technology indicates a violent and chaotic nature. Space travel should be achieved through unity, not through military research. Admiral Carter spoke up. Our technology comes from many sources. Yes, some comes from military research, but we also have medical technology, communication systems, and peaceful space exploration. The path matters more than the destination, the aliens replied. Species that develop through conflict always become threats to galactic peace. Dr. Stone was taking notes on everything the aliens said. She was beginning to see a pattern in their thinking. The alien scanners found Earth's newest spaceships, including the hidden defense platforms that protected the planet. They also detected signs of the advanced research that had created Project Defiance, though they could not see the ship itself. Your weapons technology is far more advanced than expected, the aliens said. This is concerning. Young species should not possess such capabilities. Captain Turner could not stay quiet. Maybe that's because young species need to defend themselves against older species who think they own the galaxy. There was a long silence. Then the alien voice spoke again, and it sounded angry. The second test is complete. Your species has failed to show proper technological development. Prepare for the final test. Lisa felt a chill. They had failed 2 tests so far. If they failed the third one, the aliens had promised to eliminate humanity completely. The third test was called Cosmic Consciousness. The aliens wanted to see if humans understood their place in the universe. They expected humans to show humility and acceptance of alien authority. Instead, The human representatives stood firm. "We believe all species have the right to exist and grow," Lisa said. "No one species should control the galaxy." "You show no cosmic consciousness," the aliens replied. "You do not understand universal harmony. You refuse to accept proper order." Professor Johnson stepped forward. "We understand that the universe is big and we are small, but that doesn't mean we should bow down to anyone who claims to be in charge." Dr. Stone added her own thoughts. "True. Cosmic consciousness means understanding that diversity makes the universe stronger, not forcing everyone to think the same way." The alien voice was cold when it spoke again. "The third test is complete. Your species has failed all 3 evaluations. You are a chaotic and dangerous species that threatens galactic stability." Lisa's heart sank. They had failed. "The sentence is extinction," the aliens announced. "Your species will be eliminated within 24 hours. Our weapons will destroy your sun, ensuring complete removal of human life from the galaxy." The communication ended. The alien ships began to move into new positions around Earth's solar system. Their weapons started to charge with energy that could destroy a star. Lisa looked at her team. They had tried their best, but it had not been enough. Humanity was about to face its final day, unless Admiral Carter's secret plan could save them all. The alarm bells rang through the deep space monitoring station on Mars Colony 7. Jake Morrison dropped his coffee cup and ran to the main console. Numbers flashed red across his screen. Something big was coming toward Earth. "What do we have?" Jake asked his team. He was the station commander and had seen many things in space, but nothing like this. 12 massive objects just appeared near Jupiter, said Kate Williams, his best sensor operator. "They're huge. Each one is bigger than our largest space station." Jake stared at the data. The objects had not traveled through space in the normal way. They had simply appeared from nothing. That should be impossible. "Are they ships?" Jake asked. "Yes, sir. They're moving in formation toward Earth. Speed is steady. They will reach our planet in 3 days. Jake felt cold fear in his stomach. Earth had been preparing for first contact with aliens for decades, but not like this. Not 12 giant ships appearing from nowhere. "Send an emergency signal to Earth Defense Command," Jake ordered. "Code red, possible hostile contact." On Earth, Admiral Ryan Carter received the message in his office in Colorado. He had been in charge of Earth's military space forces for 10 years. He had always known this day might come. Ryan picked up his secure phone and called the president. "Sir, we have a situation. 12 alien ships are heading toward Earth. They're big and they just appeared from nowhere." The president was quiet for a moment. "How long do we have?" 3 days, maybe less." "Call an emergency meeting. Get all the department heads here in 2 hours." Ryan's next call was to Commander Lisa Brooks. She ran the diplomatic corps and was Earth's expert on talking to other species. If anyone could handle first contact, it was Lisa. "Lisa, we need you at the emergency meeting. The aliens are here." Lisa had been waiting for this call her whole life. "I'll be there in 1 hour." Back on Mars, Jake watched the alien ships get closer. They moved in perfect formation, like they had done this many times before. The ships were dark and smooth, with no visible weapons or engines. They looked ancient and powerful. "Sir," Kate said, "I'm picking up some kind of signal from the lead ship." "What kind of signal?" "It's not radio. It's something else. Quantum-based, I think. Very advanced." Jake nodded. "Record everything. Earth Command will want to see it all." The CO. Signal grew stronger as the alien ships approached Mars. Then suddenly all the screens in the station lit up with a message. The words appeared in perfect English. People of Earth, we are the Cosmic Tribunal. We have come to judge your species. You have reached the level of space travel that requires evaluation. Prepare yourselves for testing. Jake read the message 3 times. Judge them? Testing? This did not sound friendly. The message continued. For 50,000 years, we have guided the galaxy. We decide which species may join the greater community of worlds. We decide which species must be removed. For the good of all, Jake felt sick. Removed meant killed. These aliens were here to decide if humanity lived or died. All young species must prove their worth. The message went on. You will face 3 tests. First, you must show moral evolution. Second, you must demonstrate proper technological development. Third, you must prove cosmic consciousness. Kate looked at Jake with wide eyes. What happens if we fail? The message answered her question. Species that fail our tests are eliminated completely. This ensures peace and order in the galaxy. You have 72 hours to prepare for the first test. The screens went dark. The alien ships continued toward Earth. Jake immediately sent the message to Earth Command. Within minutes, his secure phone rang. It was Admiral Carter. Jake, we got the message. What's your assessment? Sir, these aliens think they own the galaxy. They've been killing species for thousands of years. They're here to judge us, and if we fail their tests, they'll wipe us out. Ryan was quiet for a moment. Keep watching them. Report any changes immediately. On Earth, the emergency meeting was already starting. The president sat at the head of a long table. Around him were the leaders of every major department. Lisa, Brooks sat across from Dr. Helen Stone, Earth's top scientist who studied alien life. What do we know about these tribunal aliens? The president asked. Dr. Stone opened her files. Based on their message and ship design, they're very old and very advanced. The quantum communication technology alone is beyond our current abilities. Can we fight them? The president asked Admiral Carter. Unknown, sir. Our weapons are designed for human conflicts. We don't know what their defenses can handle. Lisa spoke up. We should try diplomacy first. Maybe we can negotiate with them. Dr. Stone shook her head. Their message was very clear. They've done this for 50,000 years. They don't negotiate. They test and they judge. The president looked around the table. What are our options? Admiral Carter cleared his throat. Sir, there is one possibility, Project Defiance. The room went quiet. Project Defiance was Earth's most secret military program. Only a few people knew it existed. The UNS Defiance is our most advanced warship, Ryan continued. It uses experimental technology that even we don't fully understand. It's been hidden in the outer solar system for 6 months. Hidden from what? The president asked. From anyone who might be watching us, including aliens. Dr. Stone leaned forward. You think we might need to fight? I think we need to be ready for anything, Ryan said. These tribunal aliens have been in charge of the galaxy for 50,000 years. They're not going to like it if we refuse their tests. The president made his decision. Admiral Carter, move the Defiance into position. Commander Brooks, try to open communication with the aliens. Dr. Stone, study everything we can about them. We have 3 days to figure this out. As the meeting ended, everyone knew that humanity faced its greatest test. Not just the alien tests, but the test of survival itself. Jake Morrison watched from Mars as the 12 alien ships moved past his station. They were heading straight for Earth. In 72 hours, humanity would learn if they were worthy to live among the stars, or if they would join the thousands of other species that had been eliminated by the Cosmic Tribunal. Dr. Helen Stone worked through the night in her laboratory. The alien ships were charging their weapons to destroy Earth's sun, but she had discovered something that might change everything. "The quantum signatures don't match," she said to her assistant, Dr. Paul Grant. "Look at these readings from the alien ships." Paul studied the data on the screen. "What am I looking for?" "The hulls of their ships show one pattern, but their weapons and engines show a completely different pattern. It's like they didn't build this technology themselves." Helen had been analyzing every piece of data they had collected about the Cosmic Tribunal. The more she studied, the more convinced she became that something was very wrong with the alien story. "Run a deep analysis on the ship construction patterns," Helen ordered. "I want to know how old these technologies really are." While the computers worked, Helen called Admiral Carter. "Sir, I need to speak with you immediately. It's about the aliens." Ryan Carter was in the war room, watching the alien ships position themselves around the sun. The weapons charging sequence would be complete in 18 hours. After that, Earth's star would explode. "What have you found, Dr. Stone?" "The aliens are not what they claim to be. Their ships are built using technology from at least 5 different civilizations. None of it matches their own quantum signature." Ryan felt a cold realization creeping over him. "Are you saying they stole their technology?" "I'm saying they're using ships and weapons they didn't create. The technology patterns suggest these ships are incredibly old, but they've been modified over thousands of years by different species." Helen's computer finished its analysis. "Sir, you need to see this data. The oldest technology in their fleet is over 200,000 years old, but the tribunal claimed they've only been in power for 50,000 years. Ryan understood immediately. They inherited this technology from someone else, someone who came before them. Exactly. And if they inherited it, that means they might not understand it as well as they claim. In his hidden ship beyond Jupiter, Captain Jake Morrison received an urgent message from Earth Command. The data from Dr. Stone's analysis appeared on his screens aboard the UNS Defiance. "Kate," he called to Lieutenant Kate Williams, his weapons officer. "Look at this information about the alien ships." Kate studied the quantum analysis data. "Sir, if this is correct, the aliens have weak points in their ship designs. The different technologies don't integrate perfectly. Can we exploit those weaknesses? Maybe. Our weapons were designed to work against human technology, but these alien ships have gaps between their different systems. We might be able to target those gaps." Jake looked out at the stars. The UNS Defiance was humanity's greatest secret. It had been built using breakthrough discoveries that even Earth scientists didn't fully understand. The ship's weapons could manipulate reality itself at the quantum level. "Prepare all weapon systems," Jake ordered. "But don't power up yet. We need to wait for the right moment." Back on Earth, Commander Lisa Brooks was meeting with the world's leaders. The situation was desperate. In less than 18 hours, the aliens would destroy the sun and kill everyone on Earth. "Is there any way to negotiate with them?" the president asked. Lisa shook her head. "They've made their decision. They believe humanity is too dangerous to exist. Nothing we say will change their minds." "What about evacuation? Can we get people off the planet?" Admiral Carter answered that question. "We have enough ships to evacuate maybe 50,000 people. Earth has 8 billion. It's not possible." Dr. Stone entered the meeting room with her latest findings. I've discovered more about the Tribunal's history. They're not the original rulers of the galaxy. They're inheritors who have been maintaining power by eliminating threats. She activated a holographic display showing the galaxy. Based on their technology patterns, the original galactic civilization was much more advanced than the current Tribunal. But something happened to that civilization thousands of years ago. What happened to them? The president asked. Unknown. But the Tribunal has been using their leftover technology to control the galaxy ever since. They're not advanced beings. They're scavengers who inherited powerful tools. Admiral Carter leaned forward. If they're just inheritors, they might not understand their own technology completely. Exactly. And that gives us a chance. Helen showed more data. I've been studying the records of species they've eliminated. Over 3,000 civilizations destroyed in 50,000 years. But here's the interesting part. Many of those civilizations had technology that was advancing faster than the Tribunal's. Lisa understood. They're not eliminating chaotic species for peace. They're eliminating competition. Right. Any species that might eventually surpass them gets destroyed first. The tests are just an excuse. The president stood up. So they're genocidal tyrants who have been controlling the galaxy through fear and superior technology. And now humanity has reached the point where we might become a threat to them. Admiral Carter added, our rapid technological advancement scares them. Dr. Stone pulled up another display. There's more. I've detected quantum communication between the Tribunal ships and at least 12 other locations in the galaxy. I think they have monitoring stations watching other developing species. How many other species are they planning to judge? Lisa asked. Unknown. But based on the communication patterns, they're tracking the development of at least 30 different civilizations. Jake Morrison received this information on his ship and felt anger burning in his chest. The aliens were not just threatening Earth. They were threatening dozens of other worlds filled with innocent people. Sir, Kate Williams reported, the alien weapons are at 70% charge. They'll be ready to fire in 6 hours. Any word from Earth Command about our orders? Not yet, sir. But the Defiance is ready for combat if needed. Jake looked at his crew. They were 25 of Earth's best officers, all volunteers for the most dangerous mission in human history. They all knew they might not survive the next few hours. Listen up, everyone, Jake announced over the ship's communication system. The aliens have been controlling the galaxy for thousands of years by killing anyone who might challenge them. They've destroyed over 3,000 civilizations. Now they want to destroy us. He paused, looking out at the alien ships near Earth. But they made one mistake. They inherited their technology instead of developing it themselves. They don't understand it as well as they think they do. And we've developed weapons they've never seen before. Kate checked her weapons panel. Sir, our quantum manipulation systems are fully charged. We can create reality distortion fields that their shields can't stop. Good. Because in a few hours, we're going to show these ancient bullies that humanity doesn't bow down to tyrants. On Earth, Admiral Carter made the final decision. Dr. Stone, send all your analysis data to Captain Morrison on the Defiance. Commander Brooks, prepare a final message to the Tribunal. Let them know we reject their authority. What should the message say? Lisa asked. Ryan thought for a moment. Tell them that humanity refuses to be judged by murderers and thieves. Tell them that their reign of terror ends today. As Earth prepared for its final confrontation with the Cosmic Tribunal, Dr. Stone made one last discovery. Hidden in the quantum patterns of the alien communications, she found fragments of messages from other species that were still alive and hiding from the tribunal. "Admiral," she said urgently, "there are survivors, species that escaped the tribunal's judgment and have been hiding in secret for thousands of years. If we can defeat the tribunal, we won't be alone in the galaxy." Ryan smiled grimly. "Then we'd better not let them down." The countdown to Earth's destruction continued, but humanity was no longer helpless. Hidden in the outer solar system, the UN's Defiance waited for its moment to strike back against 50,000 years of galactic tyranny. 3 months after the defeat of the Cosmic Tribunal, Captain Jake Morrison stood on the bridge of the UNS Defiance as it approached the galactic core. Behind him, a fleet of 50 human ships carried former tribunal prisoners and important cargo. The complete records of 50,000 years of galactic genocide. "Sir," Lieutenant Kate Williams reported, "we're receiving signals from multiple hidden civilizations. They want to meet with us." Jake smiled. Dr. Stone had been right. There were survivors throughout the galaxy, species that had avoided the tribunal by hiding their technological development or living in secret colonies far from major star systems. "How many species have made contact so far?" Jake asked. 47 confirmed, sir, and more are revealing themselves every day." In the ship's main conference room, the surviving tribunal leaders sat under guard. Commander Lisa Brooks was interviewing them, learning the full truth about their reign of terror. "Tell me about the original galactic civilization," Lisa said to the lead tribunal prisoner, who called himself High Judge Zoreth. Zoreth's alien features showed reluctance, but he had little choice. The quantum restraints prevented him from lying. "The builders created the galactic network over 200,000 years ago," he admitted. "They were peaceful explorers who connected thousands of species across the galaxy. What happened to them? They evolved beyond physical existence. They left behind their technology and disappeared into higher dimensions of reality." Lisa leaned forward. "And you decided to use their technology to control the galaxy instead of helping it grow?" "We maintained order," Zoreth protested. "Without control, species war against each other. Chaos destroys everything." "You destroyed over 3,000 civilizations," Lisa replied coldly. "You murdered trillions of innocent beings. You call that order?" Dr. Helen Stone entered the conference room with her latest analysis. "Commander Brooks, you need to see this. I've been studying the Tribunal's database of eliminated species." Helen activated a holographic display showing the galaxy. Red dots marked the locations of destroyed civilizations. There were thousands of them. Many of these species were more advanced than the Tribunal when they were destroyed, Helen explained. The Silurians had developed faster-than-light communication. The Vorthak had created matter replication technology. The Nexari had learned to manipulate gravity itself. Lisa studied the data. They weren't eliminating chaotic species. They were eliminating anyone who might become more powerful than them. Exactly. And look at this. In the past 1,000 years, the rate of eliminations has increased dramatically. They were becoming more paranoid about potential threats. Zoreth remained silent, but his expression confirmed their conclusions. Back on Earth, Admiral Ryan Carter was coordinating humanity's response to their new role in galactic affairs. The President had authorized the creation of the Galactic Liberation Initiative, a program to free oppressed species and prevent future genocides. "Admiral," his assistant reported, "we're receiving requests for help from 17 different species. They want protection from tribunal monitoring stations that are still active." Ryan studied the star charts. The tribunal had built a network of automated stations throughout the galaxy that watched for signs of advancing civilizations. Many of these stations were still operating, ready to call for extinction fleets. "Deploy Task Force Alpha to Sector 7, Ryan ordered. "Their mission is to locate and disable the monitoring stations. Use the new quantum detection systems to find them." The quantum detection technology was based on discoveries made during the battle with the tribunal. Human scientists had learned to track the unique energy signatures of alien technology across vast distances. Meanwhile, Jake Morrison's fleet had reached the galactic core, where they found something amazing. The original builder civilization had left behind a massive space station, a hub for the ancient galactic network. "Captain," Kate Williams called out, "the station is still active. It's sending us docking instructions." "In English?" Jake asked. Surprised. "No, sir, but our computers are translating automatically. The station's AI seems to be adapting to our language." As the Defiance docked with the ancient station, Jake felt like he was stepping into history itself. The builder technology was elegant and beautiful, nothing like the cold efficiency of tribunal ships. An artificial intelligence greeted them as they boarded the station. It appeared as a shimmering column of light that spoke in perfect English. "Welcome, humans of Earth," the AI said. "We have been waiting for species like yours to emerge." "Species like us?" Jake asked. "Young, chaotic, innovative species that refuse to accept the limitations others try to impose on them. The builders hoped that such species would eventually reclaim the galaxy from those who inherited their technology." Dr. Paul Grant, who had come with the expedition, was fascinated. "You've been waiting for 50,000 years?" "We have been patient." The builders knew that their descendants would eventually misuse their gifts. They programmed us to wait for species that showed the proper balance of wisdom and strength. The AI led them through the station, showing them wonders that human science could barely comprehend. Rooms that existed in multiple dimensions simultaneously. Computers that calculated using the quantum fluctuations of reality itself, transportation systems that moved objects by convincing the universe they belonged somewhere else. "This technology is incredible," Jake said. "Why didn't the tribunal use it?" "They lacked the creativity to understand it," the AI replied. "The builder's technology requires imagination and willingness to think beyond conventional limits. The tribunal preferred simple, brutal solutions." Back in the conference room, Lisa Brooks was learning more about the galaxy's hidden species. The tribunal's records revealed dozens of civilizations that had survived by adapting to harsh environments or hiding in remote star systems. "The Kelhari live in the gravity wells of black holes," she read aloud. "The Morpheans exist as living gas clouds. The architects build their cities inside asteroids." Zorith watched her with growing dismay. "You cannot govern the galaxy. Humans are too young, too inexperienced. Without proper control, everything will collapse into warfare and chaos." "Maybe," Lisa replied, "but that's better than the peace of the graveyard you created." Dr. Stone entered with exciting news. "Commander, we've established communication with 32 hidden species. They're all willing to join a new galactic alliance based on mutual cooperation instead of authoritarian control." Lisa felt hope growing in her chest. "What kind of alliance?" "Each species maintains its independence and develops according to its own nature. But they share knowledge, trade resources, and help defend each other against threats. No single species rules over the others." It was exactly the opposite of the Tribunal's system of control. On the builder station, Jake was learning about humanity's future role in the galaxy. The AI showed him star charts marking the locations of species that needed help. The Corvani are trapped on a dying world because the Tribunal forbade them to develop space travel, the AI explained. The Thixie have the cure for a plague that affects 12 other species, but they're afraid to reveal themselves. We can help them, Jake said. Humanity has the ships and technology to coordinate relief efforts. That is what the builders hoped. Not that humans would become new rulers, but that you would become facilitators, helping other species achieve their potential. Kate Williams was studying the builder databases. Sir, there are thousands of species in the galaxy. Most of them never even knew the Tribunal existed. They developed slowly and quietly, staying below the threshold that triggered elimination. Then it's time they learned they're free to grow and explore, Jake replied. 6 months later, the first Galactic Cooperation Council met on the builder station. Representatives from 87 different species gathered to establish the principles of the new galactic order. Commander Brooks addressed the assembly. We are here not to create a new empire, but to ensure that no species ever again faces extinction for the crime of being different. The Council established 3 fundamental principles. First, every species had the right to develop according to its own nature. Second, no species could claim authority over another without their consent. Third, all species would work together to prevent future genocides. Dr. Stone presented the evidence of tribunal crimes to the Council. The surviving tribunal leaders were put on trial for their actions. Most were sentenced to life imprisonment, though a few who showed genuine remorse were allowed to work on rehabilitation programs for other oppressed species. The alien weapons reached full charge as Earth's sun began to show the first signs of instability. The Cosmic Tribunal was preparing to trigger a controlled solar explosion that would destroy every living thing in the solar system. Captain Jake Morrison watched the readings from his position behind Jupiter. The UNS Defiance had been hidden there for months, powered down and invisible to alien sensors. Now it was time to reveal humanity's greatest secret. All stations, this is the captain, Jake announced over the ship's communication system. We are going to engage 12 alien vessels that have been murdering innocent species for 50,000 years. Today, that ends. Lieutenant Kate Williams checked her weapons console. Sir, the silence protocol is ready. Quantum manipulation fields are at maximum power. The silence protocol was humanity's most advanced weapon system. It didn't just destroy enemy ships, it edited them out of reality itself. The weapons worked by manipulating the fundamental forces that held matter together. Engineering, report? Jake called. All systems green, Captain, came the reply from Chief Engineer Dan Miller. The reality anchor systems are online. Once we engage, the aliens won't be able to escape through dimensional jumps. Jake looked at his crew. Every person on the bridge was a volunteer. They all knew this mission might be suicide. But they also knew that if they failed, Earth would die. Kate, prepare to target the lead tribunal ship, but wait for my command. Yes, sir. Target locked. On Earth, Admiral Carter sat in the command center watching the alien fleet. Dr. Stone stood beside him, monitoring the quantum readings from the alien weapons. The solar destabilization has begun, Dr. Stone reported. They're injecting quantum energy directly into the sun's core. In 30 minutes, the star will explode. Admiral Carter picked up his secure communication device. Captain Morrison, this is Earth Command. You are authorized to engage the enemy. Repeat. You are cleared to engage. Jake received the message and felt a cold calm settle over him. This was the moment humanity had been preparing for without knowing it. Every innovation, every breakthrough, every advance had led to this single confrontation. Kate, activate the Defiance's stealth systems. Let's introduce ourselves properly. The UNS Defiance emerged from behind Jupiter like a ghost becoming solid. The ship was smaller than the alien vessels, but it carried technology that shouldn't exist according to known physics. Human creativity and desperation had produced weapons that even the ancient tribunal could not imagine. "Sir," Kate reported, "the aliens have detected us. They're scanning our ship." "Let them scan. They won't understand what they're looking at." On the lead tribunal ship, alien technicians studied the readings from the human vessel. They had expected primitive weapons and simple nuclear engines. Instead, they found technology that made no sense. "The human ship shows impossible energy." "Readings," one technician reported. "Their reactor appears to be manipulating space-time itself." The tribunal commander was not concerned. "One small ship cannot threaten our fleet. Continue the solar destabilization sequence." But as the aliens watched, more human ships began appearing on their sensors. Earth's entire defense fleet was moving. To support the Defiance, Admiral Carter had ordered every available ship to join the battle. "Sir," Kate Williams said, "I'm counting 43 human ships moving to our position. The entire Earth Defense Force is coming to help." Jake smiled. Humanity might be outgunned, but they were not going down without a fight. "Open a channel to the tribunal fleet," Jake ordered. "Channel open, sir." Jake's voice carried across space to the alien ships. "This is Captain Jake Morrison of the United Nations ship Defiance. You have threatened to commit genocide against the human species. We reject your authority, and we reject your judgment." The alien response came quickly. "Human vessel, you cannot stop the solar destabilization. Your species will be eliminated as planned." "We'll see about that," Jake replied. "Kate, initiate the silence protocol. Target the lead ship." Kate's fingers moved across her console. "Quantum field generators online. Reality anchor deployed. Firing in 3, 2, 1. The Defiance's main weapon fired, but there was no visible beam or explosion. Instead, space itself seemed to shimmer around the lead tribunal ship. The massive alien vessel simply stopped existing. It didn't explode or break apart. One moment it was there, and the next moment it had never been there at all. The quantum manipulation field had erased it from reality itself. The remaining tribunal ships reacted with shock and panic. Their sensors could not explain what had just happened. Their companion ship had not been destroyed. It had been retroactively prevented from ever existing in that location. "Impossible," the tribunal commander broadcast. "No species possesses such technology." "You're wrong," Jake replied. "Humans develop technology differently than you do. We don't follow rules. We break them and make new ones." The alien ships tried to retreat, but found they could not engage their dimensional jump drives. The Defiance's reality anchors were holding them in normal space-time. "Sir," Kate reported, "their escape systems are blocked. They're trapped." "Good. Continue firing. Target the ship on our left." The second tribunal vessel vanished from existence just like the first. The quantum cascade spread to nearby alien ships as their shielding systems failed to protect against weapons that attacked the mathematical foundations of reality. On Earth, Dr. Stone watched in amazement as the alien fleet was systematically eliminated. "How is this possible? Our weapons shouldn't be this advanced." Admiral Carter smiled. "Human engineering, Dr. Stone. When we're desperate enough, we create miracles. The Defiance continued its attack, erasing alien ships one by one. Each vessel that disappeared took with it thousands of years of stolen technology and the memory of countless murdered civilizations. "Sir," Dan Miller called from engineering, "the quantum manipulation systems are holding steady. We can maintain this for at least another hour." That was more than enough time. The Tribunal fleet was down to 6 ships, then 4, then 2. The aliens tried everything they could think of: energy shields, temporal distortion fields, even attempts to ram the human ship. Nothing worked against weapons that rewrote the laws of physics. Finally, only one Tribunal ship remained. Jake opened a communication channel to the surviving aliens. "This is your last chance," he said. "Surrender now, and we might let you live to face trial for your crimes." The alien commander's voice was filled with rage and disbelief. "You cannot defeat us. We have ruled the galaxy for 50,000 years. "Your reign ends today," Jake replied. "Kate, prepare to fire." "Wait," the alien commander said quickly. "We surrender. We will submit to your authority." Jake paused. He could easily destroy the last ship and end the Tribunal forever, but Commander Brooks had taught him that sometimes mercy was stronger than vengeance. "Power down your weapons," Jake ordered. "Prepare to be boarded. You're under arrest for genocide and crimes against countless innocent species." As the last Tribunal ship powered down its weapons, the solar destabilization sequence automatically stopped. Earth's sun stabilized and returned to normal. The immediate threat was over. Kate Williams looked at her captain with respect and amazement. "Sir, we did it. We actually defeated them." Jake nodded, but his expression remained serious. "This is just the beginning, Kate. The Tribunal had monitoring stations throughout the galaxy. There are other species out there who need our help." On Earth, people around the world watched the news broadcasts with joy and disbelief. Humanity had faced extinction and emerged victorious. The species that had threatened them for 50,000 years had been defeated by human courage and ingenuity. But Jake Morrison knew the real work was just starting. The galaxy was full of species that had been hiding from the Tribunal for thousands of years. It was time to let them know they were free, and it was time to make sure that no one would ever again have the power to judge which species deserved to live. Admiral Carter established the Galactic Defense Initiative, a multi-species military organization dedicated to protecting developing civilizations from future threats. The quantum manipulation technology was shared with allied species, ensuring that no single group could ever again dominate the galaxy through superior weapons. Jake Morrison became the first human to command a mixed-species fleet. His ships carried diplomats, scientists, and relief supplies to worlds that had been isolated for thousands of years. Everywhere they went, they brought the same message. The age of fear was over. The galaxy began to change in ways no one had expected. Species that had hidden for millennia emerged to share their discoveries. Technologies that had been suppressed by the Tribunal were finally allowed to develop. Art, music, and literature from Athos